Morning guys, Sunday morning. So if you've been following the channel, you know that I've been on a run of bad luck lately. Last 3 videos I think have all been problems, and I need a win or a couple of wins, get this thing back on track. If you haven't been following, you're probably not subscribed, so please subscribe. I could use all the support I can get, and I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Couple of things I want to try today. I don't have a lot of faith in this one. It's the power steering line. I've been looking at this thing, and I think I might be able to just do it myself, but we'll see what happens. It's no big deal if I don't get it done myself. I planned on getting a hydraulic shop to make a line up anyway, but I'm going to give it a shot. What else? But there's a bunch of things I want to get done, get things knocked off my list and carry on. So yeah, stick around. I'm due for a win. Let's see if I get one. All right, so here's my issue. I've got a Chevy power steering pump and a Ford rack and pinion. So here's the original Ford fitting. It's the connection to the pump. Now this is 2 pieces here. See if you can see that. There's this nut here, this little one, is rounded out, which explains why this whole piece is out of the pump. The guy couldn't get this loose. So I'm thinking I might be able to get it into a vise, throw some heat on the big nut, and see if I can separate the two to see what I got here. The issue is I don't know if I've got enough room to put a fitting, the flaring tool, and everything on here. So, and because of that, this is the Chevy connection, right? All it is a fitting and a double flare. That's it. There's nothing to it. So I got to see what I've got for slack here to see if I have enough, because I'm going to need a bend in it. But I got to get this off first to see what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead, put it in the vise. I'll set up the camera, just propane torch for heat, and see if I can't break that free. So see what happens. Worst case scenario, follow the original plan A, which was to bring it to the hydraulic shop and get a line made up. So that's where I'm at, and we'll give it a shot. Not nearly as good as having torches, but getting gas up here is an issue. Came off pretty easy. Okay, I'm going to let that cool off, and I'll play with it a little bit more. Okay, so far, partial success. I took the Chevy fitting off, and I cut what I had to off of the hose. And the only problem is that I had to cut off the entire 90. So it looks like I have enough room to go straight into the pump. I did my flare, and looks pretty good. So yeah, I'm going to try and fit it on there and see what happens. I think I'll start with the bottom one, finger tight, and then try and get the this one into the pump. So we'll see how it goes. Well, guess what? I won. First win in a while, man. So check it out. So there it is. Both lines are on. You can see that. And comes on the back here. Where is it? There we go. So it was tight, but I got it in there. And everything's tightened up. So now I just got to wait to get my belts. That'll be tomorrow. They're in. I just got to go pick them up. And yeah, we'll get the belts on, the fan on, and all that stuff. Now I mentioned I'd put a spring in this hose the last video, but it doesn't quite go as far as I want it to. I want it to come up to here. So I'm just going to go ahead and make one. So I'll show you that in a minute. Just want it to be a little bit longer, or a second one coming in from this end or something. I just don't want that thing to collapse on me again and overheat. So yeah, I'm gonna make a spring now. Woohoo. Okay, all I'm doing here is I've got a coat hanger wedged in here, and I'm just gonna zip it around the pipe. There we go, one spring. So I can widen it a little bit. Yeah, should do the trick. All right, so can't go much further on that until I get my fan belts in the morning. So I'm going to finish off the rest of the day just working on my rear fenders and sanding on the box. And yeah, I'm not going to bother showing it. I mean, I've shown, what, 100 hours of sanding? You don't really want to see any more of that, do you? So I'll see you back here in the morning when I pick up my belts, and we'll carry on from there. See you tomorrow. All right, so good morning. Just got back from the parts store, picked up my 2 fan belts. So I'm going to go ahead and get them on, show you where I'm at, and then we'll carry on. What I really want to do is get my front clip on back together, get back to being on track here. While I was at the parts store, I also ordered the pinion seal I need to fix that leak, and hopefully we can get back to even keel here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put those belts in. I'll show you where I'm at. All right, so the belts are on, everything's good, everything's tight. Yeah, so rad hose also won't collapse anymore. It's got a spring all the way. So I can go ahead and get my clip in, start with the rad support, get that in place, and then get the other fender back on. And yeah, should be gold. I mean, everything is done in here, and we're in good shape. At least I'm in good shape. Well, sort of. Anyway, so yeah, we'll go ahead and get her done. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is get my rad support in place, make sure that I brought the rad back far enough for clearance. Yeah, still close. Yeah, I'm going to cut them back another half an inch. I've got about 3/4 of an inch of clearance. I don't know. I think another half inch is better. Yeah. All right, so I ended up taking another 3/8 of an inch off my spacers and bolted it back together. I also brought the rad up just a little bit. So of course now, that's going to make my upper rad hose too short. So fortunately though, I have a couple there. I'm pretty sure I can make one of those work. This one here I think will be a winner. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and set up the camera and put this thing in and see how it all worked out. Wish me luck. Okay, so yeah, my upper hose was short by about an inch. So I got that one to fit. It's going to work out just fine. Got a good space there now. I'm going to say almost an inch, 7/8. So you know, I can put my whole hand in there. So that's good. Bottom hose was fine. So it's on there. And here's why I raised it up a little bit. The drain plug was hitting here. And as I brought it back, you know, it was going to be a problem. So just raise it up an inch, that's all. And yeah, it works out pretty good. So, and with the auxiliary fan, you know, I know my fan is a little low on the rad. You know, there's quite a bit of space above the fan. I can mount my auxiliary fan up fairly high, and that'll be on the heat temperature sensor. So yeah, we should be good. I don't see any issues here other than don't tell me, my transmission lines could be a problem. I'm gonna have to check this out. I may have to drop that rad half an inch. Jesus, I don't know. He's close. Damn it, how many times have I got to do this? Anyway, I'm gonna win eventually. Right, so I finally found this happy place. I dropped it about 5/8 of an inch. Spun the fan around, misses it. I got lots of clearance. It's good. The hoses are all fit. Everything's tightened up, and I'm calling this done. So finally, a bit of a battle, but you know, I got plenty of clearance there. So I think we're good to go. I just got to bolt it to the fender and get the other fender on. So yeah, it was a pretty easy fix. I just built my new hole between the two other holes that I had there. Like I say, about 5/8 of an inch, and it's a perfect amount. Drain plug got access to it. So yeah, it's good. So I guess I'll go ahead and get that fender on and go from there. So there you go. After the pile of bullshit that I've been going through the last 3 videos, it feels good to get a couple of wins, even though I had to mess around with that rad a little bit. I think I've got it just right now, and everything else is sorted under the hood, the engine bay. So yeah, that's I'm gonna call that a win. So you know, I've got still a ton of shit to do, all kinds of stuff, but get back on track, start checking things off my list. I might even make up a new, little more detailed list. Instead of general things, break it down a little bit so that it's easier to cross things off. You know, every time I seem to knock something off the list, I add 5 more things. So it can be frustrating, but it's at that point of the project. That's just the way it is. So all I can do is just keep on trucking, man, and get after it. So you know, I've got pretty far on the box and the rear fenders, so I'm good there. I'll get that pinion seal in tomorrow, so I can get that done and out of the way. I think maybe I'll start from the rear and work my way forward, and or front and work my way back, whatever. But that axle seal is pretty much the only thing left I got to do back there. Everything else is done. So yeah, it's all good. I'm just glad, just relieved that the bad luck streak has ended finally. For how long? It remains to be seen, but hopefully, wish me luck. You know, I could use some new subscribers, so if you know your buddies, chums, whatever, who do watch YouTube, have them check me out, and hopefully they'll subscribe. The views are starting to come back up again, so that's good. And you know, I'm just trying to build a cool YouTube channel, that's all. So you know, for an old guy, you know, you can help me out, man. I'd appreciate it. Don't be afraid to leave comments down below. I enjoy the comments. And actually, in the last comments after the last video, a lot of kind words from a lot of you, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you. You know, guys trying to encourage me, and oh, you're doing great. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So it was kind of nice. Yeah. So that's about it. Just gonna keep plugging away, man. So if you're not doing anything else, get on the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.